So this brings us to the last talk of the first half. And he says, looking down in his notes to see what it is, it's Kaye, and he's going to be telling us about how we're all miracles. So if you can welcome to the stage, Kaye, please.
Feels more rock and roll if I do that. Hello, who thought I was going to be a priest when it said miracle? I'm not. So I'm a psychologist by trade, a behaviouralist, and what I'm going to do is talk about you. So I'm going to talk about you from a macro scale, really much out there, to a micro scale, just going to drill down exactly on who you are. How you're looking at me is through light, a photon that travels at 299,792 kilometres per second. If you think about that, the next galaxy down is the Andromeda galaxy. If they had a telescope big enough to look at Earth, they'd be looking at dinosaurs walking the Earth. The Earth was created 6.5 billion years, began to form 6.5 billion years ago, situated between the Sun and Jupiter, with the first bacteria only 3 billion years ago. Why am I telling you that? Well, when you think about a rainbow, the beautiful thing about rainbows is when you look at raindrops, if I look at them from here and I look at them from where you are, they look completely different based on where we are. Truly unique. Two other things that are truly unique. A snowflake, which has the fingerprint kind of like diagram, no two are alike, and DNA. So if we drill down on DNA, that means you. Why am I telling you that? Why am I doing a fast forward walk through the history of life over a short period of time? Well, the truth is, you. So over a short period of time in our existence, you're so complex, you're so brilliant from where you are and how you've been, that every one of us is completely dissimilar. We think about your likes and your dislikes, your physical and mental health, socio-economic statuses, biases that we've picked up, but we'll come back to that probably in around 60 seconds' time. First, let's talk about your mum and dad. There was a 1 in 20,000 chance that they'd meet. That's because an average person meets 10,000 people prior to the age of 32 years old. That means that 1 in 10 chance of them being able to speak to each other, an additional 1 in 10 chance that they'll go on a date, an original 1 in 10 chance that they'll have a second date, a 50% chance they'll develop a long-term relationship, and a 1 in 2,000 chance that they'll develop offspring. You. How good is your maths then? So I've went through a lot of statistics in terms of dinosaurs, rainbows, your mum and dad's getting to know you phase. And so far, if you can work that out, that's a 1 in 40 million chance of you sitting here now. But let's go again. A female production system utilises 100,000 eggs. A male fertilisation is 4 trillion sperm. That means 1 in 40 trillion. Now if we repeat that 150,000 times, would see your nan and your granddad get together, which is 1 in 40 trillion again, and again, and again, all the way through to Neanderthal. So if we kind of think of the scale of you, imagine 2 million people throwing a dice with 2 trillion sides on it. The chances of them all getting the same number is 55 bloody loads. So now, when you think about the history of you, everything we've looked at, that means that there's the chance of you sitting here watching this presentation is 1 in 10 times 2 trillion. Why am I telling you that? Well, I'm telling you that because if you look at any kind of scientific method or behavioural method, the chance of you in existence is minimal and it wouldn't be endured, it wouldn't be looked at in detail, it'd be drawn for the bin. Sprinkle on top of that your psychological background, your learned behaviours, autism, mental health, your biological upbringing, how we are as people. That includes neurology, our social settings, so our jobs, our livelihoods. And then you think of the horrible side of the coin, which is our biggest selling newspaper in the UK, which is the Daily Mail, and how that refers to people. Every person's an absolute miracle. So to have headlines like this fills me with sadness. When I think about social media, I think how hard it must have been to go through school now. You think about it then, quite difficult. You think about it now, there is no turn-off from when you leave school. Why am I telling you that? Because when you leave the house any day, and make sure I don't fall off, when you leave the house every day and you look in the mirror and you've got these external influences telling you that you aren't amazing, statistically, you absolutely are. The chance that you're sitting here watching this is a miracle from a psychologist's point of view. So, to conclude, thank you everyone at Ignite. There's a picture of Bill Murray, because you're awesome, yeah? You can follow me and my antics on @Kaye on Twitter. Thank you so much for listening, and thank you.